What is going on, everybody? Andrew back with a video today showing you how to read stock candlesticks. If you have never used candlesticks before, maybe you have a chart here like you're seeing in TradingView, the platform that I use to use my charting. Maybe you've seen a chart where it's only got lines, and lines just don't tell enough of the story. When you want to get more information, you want to get a little bit sharper with your trading, get a little bit more of an edge on what you're doing. You want to go in and change your line chart to a candlestick chart. I'm going to teach you how to read these candlesticks today so they don't become hieroglyphics or not any part of the matrix. You understand them, you can read them, and you can use them for your benefit in your trading. Identify trends. What are the bulls and bears really saying? That's what we're going to learn here today for candlesticks. And ultimately, if you know and understand how to use these better, like a professional trader would, you can hopefully use them to tilt the odds in your favor for your trading and make a little bit more cash. That is the hope. So let's get into it here today. And on this chart right now, every single candle individually represents 1 day of data for the company Apple. So when we have a candle right here, there are 4 important parts of a candlestick that you need to know. And right now, right here, number 1, we're going to get the little drawing tool out here. And let's go like this right here. Okay, this is known as the body. Right there, that's the body of the candlestick. Okay, that's one part of it. Then you have the upper wick. You have the lower wick. Okay. And then you also have this 2-part kind of area here where I'm going to go a little bit yellow. And I'm just going to say there's an open and a close. And for a green candle, the open is down low down here and the close is up here. Because on a green day, what happens, not any kind of shout out to the band, what happens on a green day is the stock price starts down here and then it just goes vertical and goes up throughout the day. And then it just keeps going up for the day. Okay. That's what happens when you have a green day. I'm just going to take these notes off here. So when you start down here and you have a green day, the price pushes higher and it finishes up here by the end of the day at the close. Okay, market open down here and the stock gets bought a lot, or there's option contracts that get bought a lot and the stock goes up in value. So it goes up to here. Okay, what the wicks mean, the wicks represent the high and low for the day. So the actual low for the stock price of this day on January 6th, 2023, it was down here at this 124.88. Let's put a little line there for you to remember right there. Okay, that was the low of the day. If we go up to the high of the day, we go up here to 130.35. You can see right there. And you again, I'll put the open and the close in as well. The open down here at 126 and the close at 129. One more time here. Boom, boom, like that. Okay, so what this candlestick is telling us is that on this day, Apple shares opened at 126. At some point in the day, they went as low as 124.89, which means there was some selling happening. And then they got pushed all the way back up, right? All the way back up past this 129.62, all the way to a high for the day of 130.35. And then people started taking a little bit of profit, selling some shares of Apple, and the price ended up coming back down a bit and closing at 129.62. Now, this up and down, this movement could have happened for a variety of different reasons, but what you understand if you're looking at candlesticks is those main points. Okay, the body here, the wicks, and what they represent. Remember, on a green day, you have the open here, the close up top, you have the low of the day, and the high of the day. If you want to look at this red candlestick right here, we have a lot of the similar stuff. I'm going to take these lines off so we don't get confused right now, okay? Same kind of thing, except there is one big difference between a red stick and a green stick, meaning that a red candlestick shows the day's price went down in value. That's what the red represents, okay? So instead of the opening being down here where it was for green and being down here for red, the open is actually up here at the top of the candle. And you have the closing price down here because, again, on a red day, the stock price went down in value. You still have your wick up here and your wick up here. And we'll put those on as well. So what is this saying to us is that when the stock market opened, and this is Tuesday, January 3rd, Apple's price started here at 130.29. Okay. It went up a little bit, up to 130.91, maybe at the beginning of the day, maybe at lunchtime. At some point during the day, it went up to 130.91. But then selling happened, and the selling continued for a majority of the day, all likely, and it drove the price down, all the way down to the end of the wick here at 124.38. But at the end of the day, or whatever may have happened, it got bought back up, and the price ended up finishing the day when the market closed at 4 p.m. at 125.05 to lock it in. That is the difference between a red and a green candle. You still have a body, you still have wicks, okay? But just the open is up here, the close is down here, and the price dropped throughout the day and finished lower than it opened. That's how you can tell a red versus green candle. But there's also some other things you need to understand if you want to go and just kind of take this to the next level. That's the basic. That's what a candlestick is, okay, for a daily candle. If you want to change your time frame, and what I mean by that, you can change it from a day to 5 minutes, and you can come into the different candlesticks as well and just understand the pattern is going to change a little bit throughout the day. So you have the start of a day, and as the day goes through, the candlesticks will kind of continue one every 5 minute intervals. You can go an hour, you can go a day, you can go a month, and the candlestick patterns will change based on your time preference. But let's look at an example here for Apple and look at an example of, where are we looking here? A very strong rejection here, okay, and a very strong green day. So some candles you can see in here have long bodies and almost no wicks on either end, right? Almost no wicks. And some candles have very long wicks and short bodies. So what does that represent? And how can you use that to your advantage as a trader? Well, starting with the long body here, the long positive green day body, which means that basically from open to close up here, right? Open down here, close up top. All that really happened was buy, 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 buy. Okay, that's all that happened on this day. And if you see a red candle, the same thing, all it means it happened is it sold all day, which means if there's a lot of volume as well, this is typically a good sign that there's a lot of demand for this stock and it's likely to continue. What you can also see here is that the next day it actually dropped, it kind of dropped again, and then had another day similarly where it got bought back up before it actually kind of caught on and people started buying it up and pushing it higher. If you have a candlestick where it's not like this and where it's more of there's a lot of long wick here and a long wick here, and there's a small body. What that means is that this area here and here, right? What that's telling you is that there's a lot of indecision going on, a lot of buying that was brought back down by a lot of selling, and then a lot more selling that was ultimately bought back up and ended up where a very tight range for the day, whereas it started at 139, it finished at 137, a kind of tight range, but there's a lot of ups and downs throughout the day. Maybe there was some news about Apple going on that day. Maybe there was something going on with the stock market in general as a whole. But what this is telling you is that there's some indecision in the market, okay? Buyers and sellers can't decide whether to push it up or whether to sell it off. When it gets down to this point, people say, oh, that's a really good deal. I'm going to buy. And they push the price back up. And if it gets to this point up here at 140.72, they say, oh, that's too much. Let's sell it off, take some profits. It's getting too extended. So this represents more of an indecision candle versus one of these big full body ones where that's kind of a clear direction of where the stock market is telling you it wants to go. Let's look at another example of a negative here, a strong body negative. For Disney, we have an example here. I'll just zoom out and boom, boom, right there at the end, okay? In our example with Apple, we have a very strong positive candle out there. For Disney, we have this very strong, super strong negative candle, okay? Stock price starts the day here. There's almost no upper wick. There's almost no lower wick, which means that for the majority of the day, all it was a selling fest. And if it's a selling fest and there's good volume as well, you can couple that and say, okay, this is likely to continue. So if I want to profit, I either have to sell what I own in Disney, I have to short Disney, I have to buy puts, I have to sell a covered call potentially, and that will set me up for success if I want to take this trade and believe that Disney's going to continue on this path. Ultimately, it did, and it moved a little bit lower the next day, which is hopefully how the trend continues if you took that position for your trade. It's not a guarantee around you. It's never a guarantee, but you have the opportunity to inflate your potential earnings by understanding what this candlestick represents. It's a very strong downward signal, meaning that there's more selling that could happen in the coming days. Okay, normally in the stock market, you think of the idea the trend is your friend. If this is going to happen, it's very hard to kind of the next day kind of bust out of it and just break out to the upside. You see this green candle here, 1, 2, indecision day right there, 3, 4 candles with almost no upside wick. It just got bought up the whole time. So a strong trend is in place. Now maybe this trend is reversing. We'll have to look for some other candles to see and tell. but this is how you can get the identifier right here that boom, maybe it is with this candlestick right here. One more example for you guys, looking at Microsoft, we're going to look at one here where it kind of rejected another high and moved lower as well. We're going back over here. Let's zoom in on this candlestick and tell you what's going on. We have this crazy nice run up for Microsoft going all the way from, man, 280 in October of 21 all the way up to 350 at the peak there. What happened? Well, the rally eventually lost momentum, and you have this very, very strong candlestick. And what this represents right here is that there's a huge upper wick. Okay, huge upper wick. That's the high for the day. That's the open for the day, right? And this is the close for the day with a very short low right there, where we're not going to put a line in because it was very close to the close for the day. What this means is that the stock market opened up and people started buying. Okay, well, it would have opened up right here, and people started buying, and all the way up to 350, where it was on a good run. And we had this run in place already, so maybe this is going to continue. Then something changed. Something definitely changed on this day, where the selling took over at once it hit 349.70, and it just took over for the rest of the day. And boom, the stock price goes down from 349.70 all the way past 344, all the way past to 339, almost a $10 drop in one day, which represents a 2.5, almost 3% drop for Disney, which is a lot, or sorry, for Microsoft, which is a lot for that company in a given day. It's usually very stable compared to that. So something definitely happened, and the trend reversed here. It was a rejection candle where it said, no more. We don't want to buy this anymore. It's gone high enough. Let's take profit and change this trend a little bit. So it was a rejection of the new highs. Selling took over and it pushed it lower. And again, you can see the trend continued then all the way down, right? All the way down. And then we had this rejection on the downside. We had the same kind of candle right here, but just in the green, where we had rejection of lower lows and more buying, pushing it upwards and higher. You see the same kind of candle right here at the bottom, where it was lower, got pushed back up, and it ultimately closed a little bit higher than what it started down here. These are things to understand when you're looking at candlesticks. They don't guarantee the pattern, but if you can pinpoint these out and give yourself better odds making trades and reasons for your trading, you can defend yourself later. You are giving yourself a better opportunity to make money, not guaranteed, but a better opportunity by understanding what you're looking at and coming up with an actual concrete plan. Now, if you guys want to understand how I use candlesticks for my trading, along with some other indicators on the chart here, you can see some moving averages, RSI, volume, things like that. Check out this next video where I walk you through my options trading strategy, what I look for technical indicators on this kind of chart to give me a better bang for my buck and a better potential return on my investments. If you guys like this video, please let me know in the comment below which part of it you'd like the best. Like and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep following along, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.